See, you daft! Stop!
I will kill you, woman!
So is James Gunn getting ready to roll out the Zatanna movie in his fresh DC universe? Well, let's dive into all the details we've got on this new Zatanna flick. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other stuff James Gunn's been teasing on Twitter, like his work on Superman's legacy. So stick around for that. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's kick things off by getting to know Zatanna in the DC universe. She's got quite the pedigree, being the daughter of the legendary magician Zatara, and part of the homo magi race, a special group of humans with innate magical abilities. Not just content with wowing crowds as a professional illusionist, Zatanna also takes on the role of a mystic superhero, using her magic to battle all sorts of dark forces. With her deep knowledge of magic and her skill in wielding its powers, Zatanna has become a go-to expert when it comes to all things mystical. That expertise, combined with her natural leadership qualities, has landed her some pretty big gigs within the DC universe. You'll often find her leading the charge in both the Justice League, the big-name superhero team, and its spin-off group, the Justice League Dark, which specializes in taking down supernatural threats. And it's not just in the comics where you'll find Zatanna. She's made appearances in various TV series in the DC animated universe, voiced by the likes of Julie Brown and Jennifer Hale. Plus, she had a recurring role in the later seasons of Smallville, played by Serinda Swan. There's also a younger version of her popping up in shows like Young Justice and Justice League Action, voiced by Lacey Chabert, and in DC Superhero Girls, voiced by Kari Wahlgren. In terms of her origins, Zatanna was brought to life by writer Gardner Fox and artist Murphy Anderson, making her debut in Hawkman number 4 back in November 1964. She was introduced on a quest to find her father, Zatara, who had made his first appearance in Action Comics number 1 but hadn't been seen regularly in years. Her journey unfolded across multiple comics, culminating in appearances in Justice League of America, also penned by Fox. So there's been quite a buzz about the possibility of a Zatanna movie joining the ranks of James Gunn's new DC universe. Naturally, with all this speculation swirling around, people are starting to wonder who could step into the iconic role. Some are throwing out names like Alexandra Daddario. Others are rooting for Ana de Armas. And then there's the camp that thinks an unknown face might be the way to go. But let's be honest, there are some actors out there who just seem like they were plucked straight from the pages of the comics. However, it seems like the fate of the Zatanna movie has been a bit up in the air lately. Emerald Fennell, who was attached to the project, recently revealed on the Happy Sad Confused podcast that the movie isn't happening after all. She explained that it was a project she was passionate about, but with the shifting landscape of the DC universe, plans changed, and unfortunately, the Zatanna movie got left behind. But don't lose hope just yet, DC fans. While this iteration of Zatanna might not be hitting the big screen anytime soon, there's still plenty of potential for the character within the DC universe. After all, she's a staple in the comics, with a rich history and a whole array of magical powers at her disposal. And speaking of those powers, did you know that Zatanna invokes her abilities by speaking backward? It's a unique twist that adds to her mystique. Now, let's talk about Alexandra Daddario for a moment. She's certainly no stranger to the world of franchises, having appeared in everything from Percy Jackson to Texas Chainsaw 3D, and her roles in acclaimed TV series like True Detective and Why Women Kill prove she's got the acting chops to take on a lead role like Zatanna. Plus, her previous experience in the DC Comics realm, voicing Lois Lane in Superman 4 Tomorrow, makes her a compelling choice for fans. Who knows, maybe we'll see her donning the iconic top hat and fishnets sooner rather than later. Another intriguing choice for the role of Zatanna in James Gunn's new DCU is Zooey Deschanel. Now, I know this might raise a few eyebrows, but hear me out. Deschanel brings a unique blend of real-life experience and on-screen charm that could make her a surprisingly fitting choice for the sorceress. First off, she's got a solid background in the industry. with a highly talented father who's made his mark as a cinematographer on some iconic films. Plus, Deschanel's own acting career has seen her play a range of quirky characters, which could translate well to the stage persona needed for Zatanna. And let's not forget, she's got that natural charm that could really bring the character to life. Sure, Deschanel might be more known for her comedic roles, but that hasn't stopped other actors like Chris Pratt, Paul Rudd, or Chris Evans from making successful transitions into superhero territory. So, why not give Deschanel a shot? After all, sometimes the most unexpected choices turn out to be the most inspired ones. Alright, let's dive into what's happening with James Gunn's Superman legacy. So here's the deal. Henry Cavill, who rocked the role of Superman in the old DCEU, got replaced by David Corenswet for the new DC Universe. Naturally, this got fans buzzing, and James Gunn himself chimed in on Twitter to clear up some confusion about the recasting timeline. Gunn explained that there was never any secret plan to kick Cavill to the curb during his time working on the Suicide Squad. The whole conspiracy theory started swirling after Nathan Fillion mentioned something at the wrap party, but Gunn set the record straight, revealing that it was actually the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 wrap party. So yeah, Cavill's departure was always part of the plan for Gunn's Superman reboot, which is set to unfold in the DCU's Chapter 1 and beyond. Now let's talk about why recasting Superman for the DCU was actually a smart move. Sure, Cavill looked the part and clearly had a lot of love for the character, but let's face it, the DCEU didn't exactly do him justice. His Superman only got one solo film, and even then, he was stuck in this dark, brooding vibe that didn't sit well with everyone. By bringing in Corenswet as the new Superman, DC gets a chance to hit the reset button and take the character back to his roots. Gunn's vision for the DCU is all about capturing the spirit of the comics, and Corenswet's past comments about wanting Superman to embody hope and optimism align perfectly with that vision. So in 2025's Superman, we're likely to see a fresh take on the Man of Steel that's more in line with what fans have been craving. For those wondering what DC has cooking up for its next big project, let's talk about the Batman, the Brave and the Bold movie. This flick is set to shake things up by giving us a new actor as Bruce Wayne, separate from the previous versions played by Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson. Plus, get ready to meet Damian Wayne, Bruce's son, who's gearing up to step into the role of Robin. Drawing inspiration from Grant Morrison's acclaimed Batman run from 2006 to 2013, The Brave and the Bold promises to bring some fresh twists to the Dark Knight story. But wait, there's more. Rumors are swirling that Zatanna, one of Bruce Wayne's love interests, will also make an appearance in the film. In the latest Batman Urban Legends comic, we get a peek into Batman and Zatanna's complicated relationship. Superman notices some tension between them, and it turns out they've been keeping a pretty big secret from the Justice League. See, when they were younger, they cast a spell to strengthen their bond, but it ended up unleashing a curse that rears its head every few years. Now, Batman and Zatanna have to team up to deal with this mystical mess while also facing the consequences of their hidden past. Despite their differences, these two heroes have always had a close connection, and this latest revelation might just test the limits of their friendship like never before. So, buckle up, because things are about to get magical in the DC Universe. And that wraps up our discussion for today. What do you think about the potential team-up between Batman and Zatanna in the upcoming Brave and the Bold movie? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to stay updated on all things DC. We'll catch you in the next one, and hey, any ideas for future video topics? Share them with us down below.